Hey guys, Kev here, and I wanted to do a random knife ramble. It's been a while, right? I haven't been doing the rambles as much. I do like random topic stuff, like the Zerkutai and Mokutai stuff and whatever I did. But I want to talk about the knife in your collection. So this is an open tag if anybody else wants to do this, or if you want to post it in the comments, whatever you want to do. The knife in your collection that people want to buy the most. So, which knife out of everything you own is the one that you get the most comments, DMs, messages, emails about saying, hey, would you sell me this? Or when you're ready to sell this? Or my favorite thing, and I'm not saying I don't like this, but it's funny to me, the joking DMs or comments about it, like, yo man, I know that knife is trash, I'll take it off your hands. That kind of shit. So what's the knife in your collection that gets the most of that? I have a lot of cool knives, I think, personally, because they're in my collection, obviously. I think they're cool. Like, I got a couple of Jaeger M's from Brian Brown that I really love. I think they're special. They got cool hardware and stuff like that. They're unique builds. I have an Evo 2.0, which is pretty rare. I mean, kind of hard to get. Really cool knife. I have a 3.0, but I just got it. I got a Trevor Berger Urban Custom. Absolutely spectacular knife. I have every Jack Wolf knife. What else? I have this one that a lot of people probably want. The Winter Blade Factor. Now, a lot of people did pre-order the knife, so they're probably waiting on theirs instead of bugging people. So maybe that's why I don't get a ton of questions on that one. One of the best knives ever. At this point, probably the best knife ever. The Brown Knives Mini FSD or full size. I did get a lot of questions about this one when I had the full size and now the mini. A lot of people want to buy that. But it's an expensive knife, so it makes it a little bit harder for people to want to grab, right? So what is the knife? Well, it's the TW Price Dawn. I get more DMs, comments, and questions about this knife saying they want to buy it than anything. Why is that? I think there's a couple reasons for it. And this is why I want to do the video, because I was getting a bunch of DMs, friends, whoever, saying they want it. And if you've hit me up about it, I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying it made me think of this video topic. And I think there's a couple of reasons for it. I think, one, it's a super neutral and popular design. I think the drop point blade with the sort of neutral handle is a very just mainstream design. A lot of people are going to like this design. So that adds way more people to the pool that would want to buy it versus something like the Maverick S, which is absolutely fantastic. I do have a lot of people who want this too. But this is a Warney, right? Sheep's foot Warncliffe blade. It's on the fancier end with all the Zerkutai, so it's expensive. This is a mainstream design. It's a affordable knife. If I were to sell it, I'm not selling it. If I were to sell it at retail price, it was $290 in this configuration with the hand satin. $260 in the stonewash. So it's affordable. So there's people out there who don't spend $500 on a knife. They might spend $300 and down, right? That's kind of a benchmark, $300. So you have, again, more people in the buying pool for this. Thirdly, it's rare. So he did a pre-order on this, but I think he only ordered like maybe 300 pieces. It might have been less than that. I don't know. Could have been 200 for all I know, 250. So it's rare as well. They're not abundant. They're hard to find. So again, adding lots of people who don't have one to the mix that want one and have the money and think that they would find one for an affordable price. So those three reasons, I think, make it the most popular knife in my collection in terms of people wanting it. So the follow-up to that is it worth all of that? Do I think it's the most sought after knife in my, should it be, I guess, the most sought after knife in my collection? That's tough because I love all my knives, right? And it's kind of a stupid question because I want them all. I own them all. But I would say, yeah, I think all of those reasons add up. I think it makes perfect sense that people want this knife. For example, this knife right here is very similar. I've done a battle on this if you want to check it out. Drop point blade, titanium, M390, fancy looking, sexy as fuck, right? This one has even better action. I mean, drop shut. You can front flip it like that. You can reverse flick it. Hand satin, just like this. This one doesn't quite drop shut. You got to shake it a little bit, but you can reverse flick it. So again, very similar. Difference is this is $425 retail. Now, another difference is there was more of these out there. He probably had 1,000 of these made. They were everywhere for a hot minute. And now you can't even sell them if you try. They don't go for $425 anymore. I would probably have to sell this for like $300. I saw somebody selling for $300. $275. That's insane on a knife this nice. Riot made, Best Tech made. Anyway, the price point and the quantity of it puts it in a different category because I think if you put them side by side, they're extremely similar. They're both fantastic knives, fantastic designs, sexy as hell. You know, do I think the Dawn is better than the Mini Tempest? I don't think so. I think they're pretty even. I don't think the Mini Tempest is necessarily better, but I wouldn't say this is better. So they're pretty much even to me. But this is $290. That was $425. I actually really like the handle on this better. I love that milling pattern. It just looks fantastic. I like the clip better on this. I like the pivot collars on this. So there are things I like better. So yeah, all in all, yeah, I think it makes sense that it's the most sought after knife in my collection, and I'm not selling it. I don't want to sell it. I've thought about selling it because there's times where I just don't carry it. It's one of the only knives I can do this on. I really suck at that. I can't do it left-handed on anything, but I really suck at that. I think I can kind of get it on this guy. See, I can sort of get it, but that hurt the first time. This one I can just kind of... Of course, that fucking hurt like a bitch right there. I can get it pretty good, usually. So, one thing I want to mention is there's actually a pre-order coming up on the Dawn. That's not why I did this video. I just thought of this. But there's a pre-order coming up on this knife for a V2. He's doing a V2, which is very intriguing to me. It's going to be an inset liner lock. So you're going to have a titanium liner lock with steel insert. I think it's still going to be Best Tech, so think Buzz. This is my knife with Colin, Devo Knives Buzz. It's going to be this construction. Titanium inset liner lock with steel insert. So I think that construction on this knife, if it's done well, is fantastic. Because as a lefty or a righty, you don't have to worry about that lock bar at all, which is great. So it's going to be great. Am I going to try to get one of those? Fuck yeah, I'm going to try to get one of those. Will I then sell this? Maybe. If I get that and it's just as good, just happens to be a liner lock, fuck yeah. Then I don't really need the frame lock. But until that day, And shit, I might even keep both at that point. I just love this knife. I love the aesthetic of it. It's just fantastic. And it carries great. It's slicey as fuck. Just ask, I forget who it was, who cut the shit out of themselves. I think it was Lewis. Addicted to Knives. Cut the shit out of himself with it. But, yeah. So, that is the most sought after knife in my collection. What's yours? Would love to hear it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. I love you all. And I will catch you later.